Today we are going to start part 4 of chapter Business Services. Students, today we are going to start with the topic e-banking, that is known as the electronic banking. Introduction of e-banking services. E-banking stands for electronic banking. It is also called virtual banking. E-banking is the result of the development in the field of electronics and computers. Under e-banking, the banking operations are computerized. Some of the elements of e-banking are as follows. Students, e-banking known as electronic banking. It means whatever banking transaction we have to do, that we can even though sit in one place and we can do any of the transaction. For example, if we want to transfer the money from one account to the another account, we can do it with the help of the internet banking. No need to go to that particular bank, to particular branch, so that you can get all your transactions. Just by sitting at home, you can do any of the banking transaction. And because e-banking is the result of development in the field of electronics and computers. That is, if there is a proper upgradation in the computers, so that's why e-banking came into the existence. Now we are going to learn some of the elements of e-banking. First element is automatic teller machine, which is known as ATM. We all are aware with the word ATM machine. ATMs are electronic machines which are operated by the customer on his own to withdraw or deposit money. It means with the help of ATM machine, you can withdraw the money from your account, or even though you can deposit money to your account. So whatever thing you want to do, customer can do it without going to that particular bank branch. You can just do it withdrawal of money with the help of machine known as ATM machine. ATM machine is also used for other banking transactions such as balance inquiry, transferring money, request for checkbook statements, or even though you can pay the dividend. This all the transactions are also done by the ATM machine. It means ATM is not only meant for taking the money, withdrawing the money, or just deposit the money. You can even though do the balance inquiry, you can find out the mini statement, all the things you can do it with the help of ATM machine. Nowadays, even the ATM bank provides the facility of cash deposit through cash deposit money. You all had find out that whenever you enter into ATM cabin, there are two machines. One is for the withdrawal purpose and another machine is for the cash deposit purpose, where you can deposit your cash to the particular account. Second is credit card. A credit card is a payment card. It means you can do the payment with the help of the credit card for whatever transaction you had done after certain period of time. It allows the cardholder to pay for different transaction he performed. It means whether he had done the shopping, whether he went for entertainment purpose in theater, or he went to some of the purchase something, then he can do the transaction payment after certain period of time. The issuing bank creates a revolving account and line of credit to the customer or user. Shouldn't remember one thing, that it is not necessary to have a bank account, then only you will get a credit card. If you are not having the bank account in that particular bank, then also so many bank offers the credit card to the person. Credit cards offers convenience to customer, as customer need not carry cash. It means customer, there is no need to carry cash. Wherever he goes, he can do the things, shopping, entertainment, or any of the other thing. Just the after certain period of time, that is the 30-60 days, he can do the payment to that particular bank, and customer are free from carrying the cash. Third is debit card. Most of the bank nowadays offer debit card as soon as account is opened by the account holder. It means whenever we open the account in any of the bank, that particular bank asks you for the debit card, so that after certain period of time you will get your debit card in hand. Sometimes debit card and ATM card is one and the same. It means you can just do the shopping with the help of the debit card, and amount will get deducted from your card, or even though you can use it as a ATM card to withdraw the money from the ATM machine. Through debit card payments, the amount get deducted from account holder's account. It means if I am having the debit card, and if I done the 5,000 rupees shopping, I will just do the entry whenever I do make any of the payment with the help of the debit card. Then I have to just type my debit card number and other information. Then whatever amount 5,000 I had done the shopping, that amount will be debited from my account. That is, that amount will be deducted from my bank account. Some bank offer personalized debit and credit card as per the requirement of the customers. Like other things we are getting personalized, in the same way, even though so many of the banks offer the personalized debit and credit card from the demand of the customer. Fourth is RTGS. RTGS stands for Real Time Gross Settlement. RTGS, it means here the funds transfer system, where the transfer of funds or money will take place from one bank to the another bank on real time and on the gross basis. It means immediately the funds will be transferred from one bank to the another bank. It is the fastest money transfer system through the banking channel. RTGS have two parts. First is the real time settlement. It means payment transaction is not subject to any waiting period. You have to not wait for certain period of time. The transaction are settled as soon as they are processed. The receiving bank has to credit the account of the client within 2 hours of receiving the funds transfer message. Next is the gross settlement. It means the transactions are settled on one-to-one basis without bunching with any other transaction. The minimum amount to be remitted through RTGS is rupees 2 lakhs, while there is no upper limit for transaction. However, amount changes from bank to bank. Student, next point is the NEFT. NEFT stands for National Electronic Fund Transfer. Under this system, funds are transferred electronically from one branch to another branch or from one bank to another bank in the country. The client has to give details of NEFT code of branch and account number of beneficiary to whom the money is to be transferred. It means the client will give all this information to the bank to whom they have to transfer the money. The NEFT settlements take place at particular time during working hours. For example, settlement of fund transfer request in NEFT system is done on half-hourly basis. There are 24 half-hourly settlement batches run from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on all working days of the week. The main difference between RTGS and NEFT is that in the case of RTGS, transfer is done on gross settlement basis and NEFT transfer is done on deferred net basis where the transactions are bundled together. Students, here I had given some of the difference or comparison between the NEFT and RTGS and IMPS, which I am going to explain later. That is in the next point. But here you can see the comparison where NEFT minimum transfer value is rupee 1, RTGS is 2 lakh, IMPS payment option online and offline in the NEFT, RTGS same, but IMPS compulsory online. For NEFT maximum no limit, but for the IMPS there is the maximum limit 2 lakhs. Here NEFT is done half hourly basis, RTGS real time, IMPS real time. Service timing 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. That is also on working day. They will not work on second and fourth Saturday. RTGS 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the working days and IMPS available for 365 days 24 into 7. Inward transaction charges, NEFT no charges, RTGS no charges, IMPS decided by the individual member, bank and PPI. Students, next point is net banking and mobile banking. First, we are going to learn about the net banking. Whenever we open an account, even though they ask for the net banking, and if we opt for the net banking, then they provide you the password for the net banking so that with the help of the internet you can do any of the banking transaction. So with the introduction of net banking or the internet banking, the client is able to transact banking operation with the help of computers, laptops and other gadgets. Internet banking services enable a client to check various transactions, facilitates payment of various things, transferring funds, etc. It means whatever transaction they have to do, they can just sit at their home and do all the banking transaction, even though they can transfer the funds, that is money, or they can find out their mini statements also. All the things they can do it just by sitting at home or the office. Now in that the next part is the mobile banking. Mobile banking. Mobile banking, it refers to the use of banking services with the help of mobile phones. The client registers with the bank for facility and gets a unique code for the transaction. It means whenever we open the account, like Bank ask for the internet banking, they even though ask for the mobile banking. And even though we take the mobile banking, then only we get the password to operate or the code to operate do the mobile banking. The client can perform various transactions such as request for balance, transfer of fund, stop payment, issue of check, etc. So all this thing even though done with the help of just mobile. Next point is the IMPS facility. IMPS stands for Immediate Payment Services. This facility allows customer to instantly transfer funds to any other bank account. It means in urgency, emergency, if you want to transfer the money, then you can go for IMPS to transfer the funds or money. Okay, students, here we had completed with all the elements of e-banking, which is very important, and nowadays almost everywhere all the transactions are done with the help of the e-banking. So I think so you got with all the points, explanation with all the points. Okay, thank you students.